Hello, it's Andy from PCASP Global on an audit for MSS Global. Currently back in Dubai. So a few days ago I was in Somalia, then in Dubai, then out onto some of the vessels for maritime security. And now I'm back in Dubai with a different company. Interestingly, the audit I'm currently on is an integrated management systems audit, which, as far as audits go, requires sort of a bit of a deeper discussion and a bit of deeper respect actually for what the audit is. So on this, it's ISO 45001, which is health and safety, ISO 14001, which is environmental management, ISO 9001 quality, and also the two ISO 28000 and 28007, which is security, maritime security. So it's a deep audit. It's quite a long audit, so I'm here for a few days. Then I'll be at the head office in Manchester for a few days, and then back to do an operational audit as we always do. So what can we really talk about with regards to these integrated management systems audits? So I've come here today. I've had the opening meeting, spoke to the senior management regarding strategy, how that's changed over the last couple of years, because remember, context, leadership, planning, support, operations, performance, evaluation, and continuing improvements. There's a lot to do on this audit, a lot to cover, a lot of standards to cover as well. So integrated management systems, they can work and they can't work, if that makes any sense. So a lot of people say they've got an integrated management system when realistically they haven't. They just have a management system that covers more than one standard. So they don't really integrate anything, they just have that, they just cover the standards and that's it. So it's not really integrated. That's not getting the best out of that potential integration. So there's only so many things you can actually integrate, and this is where the harmonized structure, i.e. the new high-level structure, comes into play, and that's the standard clauses, context, leadership, planning, because especially across 9, 14 and 45 they're the same. So that's really beneficial, and things that organisations will tend to integrated audits, that's possible, integrated management reviews, integrated inspections. But think about that again, if depending on the company, depending on the context, you may need absolute specialists to do your 14001, and the same for 45,000, and the same for security as well. So it really is contextual whether this can work, whether it's actually beneficial. For this particular audit of this particular type of security company, who have chosen to go for sort of multiple standards, and that's Neptune P2P Group, a mature organisation with a mature management system. But ultimately, the aim here is to go through it all and make sure that each and every element required from those clauses are being hit, because it is quite common for these audits sort of not to cover, I should say, the required clauses of the required standards. It's easy to get washed away with right, just do the security element or just do the health and safety element, whereas you have to remember, if they're certified to each standard, then each standard on its own merit is going to have that, those requirements are going to need to be satisfied. That doesn't say you can't integrate objectives, again it doesn't say you can't integrate risk assessments, but ultimately if I need to drill down into any one area, then I have to, the evidence has to be, the objective evidence has to be there to satisfy that particular standard as well. So that's it really. Integrated management system audits, very beneficial in the right hands, but ultimately the company really does need to understand its context and understand its risk management context as well, internal, external context, but also the risk management context, and work out from there the benefit of real integration. And as I say, if you can get the integration in, then it works, but it shouldn't be at the expense of other clauses. A little bit longer than I wanted, 4.5 minutes, but IMS, integrated management system audits. So as usual, don't trust it, test it, and stay safe, stay healthy, stay productive. Thanks for watching.